Hello there and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to have you here to join me on my real estate investing journey. My name is Keisha. I've been showing you all how I have started real estate investing through wholesaling. We're starting from wholesaling so that we can learn how to source deals, how to dispose of them, how to contract them, how to look for deals. And I want to take you along on this journey with me, and I hope that you are all also taking action. The last video that I created was calling sellers. I was going to call buyers today. However, before I could even make a call, I had a Facebook lead on a buyer who was interested in the properties I was looking for buyers for. So we're locking up that contract so we don't have to do that. So we're going to focus again on something different. I have a property that someone sent me via email. They're off market in Atlanta. I'm going to check out the property, see if it's worth what they're asking for, see if it's a good area. It's 30311, so it's already in our area. We know it's a good area. But we want to make sure, the neighborhood is good, they have good amenities. Or if it's not, we want to make sure that we're getting the right price for the property. So right here is the property we're going to look up. Now, I got this from, I don't know if they're a wholesaler, an agent, investor. I don't know. I will worry about that once I realize if I even care about the deal, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, that's what it's all about. It's about if it's deal or no deal. We don't want to waste our time. Here is a photo of the property, but I'm going to show you more photos of the property. Let's check that out here. Okay. And as you see, I have ran out of storage because your girl be working. I need to pay for an upgrade. Will do later. Later, but not right now. Okay, so I think this is the back of the property. And comment down below, is this something you would be interested in investing in? Or do you feel like this is a great deal as we go along? Just kind of give me your thoughts on the property. Here's the front. It's very small. It's about 800, I believe, almost 900 square feet. I think it's 2 beds, 1 bath or something like that. Let's take a look just to confirm. Oh, so it's 3 beds, 1 bath, and yeah, about 900 square feet. That's crazy. They fit 3 bedrooms here. They have to be really tiny. And it was built in 1950. Ooh, what is that? Is that the staircase? Back porch, maybe? Okay, so this is definitely distressed. I believe they said something about doing a rehab on it. I don't know. It is made of brick. It may be savable, but it's going to be closer to a new construction. They're anticipating about 80,000. So we are going to see what else are they saying here. They're asking for 110. After repair 270, rental 18 to 2,000 a month. We can add on if we get a permit. They're talking about 130 square feet for a new build. Right now in this economy, I'm sorry, I'm skipping over my words. In this economy, 130 really is not going to do it. It's going to be more about 150, 200,000, depending on the type of property you're trying to build. But let's go right back into these photos. Pretty dark. Whoever took these photos are doing a great job trying to sell the saving of this property, to be honest. Yeah, this doesn't look good. It looks like there was water damage. It just doesn't look. You may be able to save the brick, but honestly, if I was investing in this myself, I would just most likely tear it down. You might try to save some of the brick, but honestly, it just got to go. This is a terrible property to try to rehab. It's really unsafe, and it will just pose a huge liability. So let's keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and look at the comps. They said the comps are about 270, and it can go up if we add some square footage. Let's see what properties are actually selling for in the last 3 months in this area. And I like to keep it within the neighborhood as close as possible. And this is the one we have, and it went for about $94 per square foot. Let's take a look at it a little closer here. See if this is a new build, if this is a rehab. Okay, it looks a little similar. Let's see. See if they have photos on Zillow. And it is highlighted. I tried to do this video earlier, but my internet was acting crazy. So bear with me. Bear with me. Okay. So it sold for $181. Okay. Looks like it's in way better shape, first and foremost. And it has siding, no brick. It has a garage as well. That's a big factor. Let's see. I'm sorry, that was the buyer. I had to make sure everything was good. Okay, I don't see any inside photos. It's looking like this property is definitely not in the same condition as this property. And it's really not comparable. This one doesn't have a garage, but it's in the same neighborhood, and we will do our best with what we got. So, $94 a square foot. This was built, and it's much larger. It was built in the same year. Definitely not worth the 210 they're asking for. Definitely not worth the 210. Let's see what else was out there that's a little further out. I'm trying to see if I see anything in the twos. Okay, this one sold for $318. $318. And one thing I do like to ask them prior to offering or bringing down the price or talking about value is ask them, hey, where did you get your comps from on this property? Because I want them to tell me how they value this. So then when I go take a look at the comps, I can let them know, hey, well, this isn't really comparable, or this wasn't in the right distance, or, this was over here and it has a grocery store, a school, this doesn't, things like that. So when I'm coming to them, I don't just sound like I'm trying to lowball them. I'm just trying to get an understanding of the actual value of the property, if you understand. So this and that, totally different. This looks great. This looks great. I'm believing this was possibly somebody living in there. Yeah, I think somebody's living in there. This was for someone's family to live in. So this was move-in ready. And how many square feet was it? And it's 1,100 square feet. So that is a huge difference. Almost 1,200 square feet, actually. So 300 plus square feet more. And I think that's what he said in the email. Let's take back a look at this. About $370, $380 for a new build. Is this a new build? That is the question. No, it is a rehab, as I suspected. So they painted it. They have a carport. Yeah, so they're definitely not valuing this properly. This property would take a lot more work to get to those ARVs that they're asking for. It does not have a carport. It does not have a garage. It really is just a box that really needs to be tore down, honestly, if I'm being quite frank here. The estimated value of the home is $280,000. Let's see this estimate on this one. So when in doubt, I always say go to Zillow. And if you can't get it for half the price you found it on Zillow, or even less, to be honest, it's not worth it. So he asked me, so this is for sale by owner for $110,000. He is asking for 110. Okay, I don't know where I got 200,000 from. Okay. Misunderstanding. So they want 110 for this. Way too high. This house is nothing compared to that house that was bigger. and sold for 181,000. There's no garage, there's no carport. It's not even livable. It's really not savable, in my opinion. You may be able to pop the top, and you know, I don't know. I don't really foresee saving this property. Has a nice size yard. Um, Everything needs replaced. Needs a full rehab, guys. They're absolutely overpriced. Let's see what land is going for in this area. That is the only thing that I can do to help him is offer a price for the land. And even if I do that, I still have to take off the demolition costs, landscaping, holding costs, things like that. And we're going to look for, property type, land. And we want it to have sold. We want actual prices here. And how large is this lot? This has been on the market how many days? 24 days. Okay. Facts and features. This is the price. Uh-oh, did we skip the... I'm looking too fast. Here we go. Alrighty. The lot size is 0.31 acres, which is in square feet. Oh, I just moved the whole entire thing. We're going to look at the square footage here shortly. So they're really selling for about $1 to $4 a square foot here, if I'm being completely honest with you. Let's look up that address again. 1821. I just want to make sure I know exactly, because I'm not good at converting square footage to acres at this moment in time. So I just want to make sure. I'm going to make sure I have the proper information so I can know how much that is. So the lot size is 13,286 square feet. And we were looking at properties around that, 13,000. Let's see if we can find some around that size that sold. And those are in 11,000, 17, 15, 17, 18. So let's look at these 11,000 square feet properties. So that sold for about $7 a square foot, and this sold for $58 a square foot. But you see the difference. They're in totally different neighborhoods. This look like it's over by water. This one is just, up in the neighborhood somewhere. So I'm assuming we're going to be closer to the $7. But just to be sure, let's look up this particular property on the map. So let's head over to Google Maps. Y'all know I love Google Maps. They are very helpful at seeing the vision. Okay. So Google Maps. Let's see. I'm getting properties in my email right now, guys. I'm just waiting on everything to load and taking a look at these emails. Give me 1 second. All right. So let's search Google Maps for the address. Like I said, my internet has been acting up ever since we switched boxes. I apologize for the slowness here. All right, so this one is by, Love Center, Adams Park. It's by a cemetery. So let's see. So this property is off Venetian in West Ridge. It is by a cemetery and Wildwood Park. I'm not familiar with that park. Let's dive into the street view here just to get a better image of what we're looking at, get a better view of what we're looking at here. Okay, now we're seeing more stuff by a church. It does have an elementary school across the couple roads, down a couple blocks. They have a bike rental. It's close to MARTA, public transit. So let's take a look at that on the map. So we're at Venetian Drive. Venetian Drive. And where was that cross street? Venetian and St. Pierre. Oh, there's a Family Dollar over there. Okay, Adams Park. Perfect. Central. West Ridge. Okay, so we're right here. And yes, I was correct. It's about $7 a square foot. So let's see. So we're going to take 7. Actually, I can do it on here. Where is... Sorry, guys. Get my calculator out. All right. So let's get the calculator out. And let's get this up here. All right. So we are going to do 7 times 13,286. We're looking at 93,000. That's not too far off of their asking price, but we have to think about the price of demolition, which could cost anywhere from 15 to 20,000. Demolition and cleanup. Then we have to think about our wholesale fee, which for this property will probably take a good 10,000 off. So ideally, we need to get this property at about $55,000 to $60,000. Now, will he accept that offer? I don't know. Am I going to lead with this offer? Absolutely not. I'm going to again email him and say, hey, let me see here. I'm going to say, hey, I took a look. Hey, Nicholas. Thank you for sharing these deals with me. I am interested in, paste the address. However, I do not believe, no, we're never going to do that. May I ask what addresses did you use to come to up with the ARV on this property? I want to make sure we are on the same page when it comes to the properties. True. I'm just misspelling stuff. Value. Also, I do not see this property as salvageable. Even if we tried, it still requires a full rehab along with, did I spell property wrong? Okay, a little bit, still requires full rehab and will be closer to the cost of a new construction. So, construction, how firm is the asking price? So let's send that over. And then after I send it over, I'm about to send him a message on Facebook and let him know. And I sent him a message. Good evening, Nicholas. I just wanted to follow up with you and let you know I did take a look at the properties and I sent you over an email regarding the Venetian property. That's Venetian Drive. Thank you. All right. And then now we're over that because I'm not looking deeper into that until I know that they're willing to go down in price or at least know where they're comping from, because from what I see, it's not a deal. All right. I got another email. Let's go take a look. Oop, did I just close the email, y'all? That was just insane. Moving too fast. Let's go back and take a look at these two properties. All right, let's go and take a look at these two properties next. The first one was a fire damage property. Let's take a look at this one first. And do it here. Oh, let me make a note for the Venetian property. I don't want to pay more than $60K. I like to take good notes. No max allowable offer, and we're going to say maybe 65. I can settle at 65, but we're going to go for 55. This is for Venetian Drive. I like to take notes on my phone because I'm just always on my phone a lot more. This looks like it needs a lot of work. I can already tell it probably has just been, tenanted, empty nester. They've been living there with their families. 1945 property. Definitely older. Let me take a look here. We're going to get away from that. I don't want to see that anymore. Alrighty. Open this back up. So it is off market, which is great. I love off market properties. There's still no photos, which they did say it was fire damaged. So I wonder what happened. There was a family living in it or whatever. Oh, it's fire damage upstairs. And they said best comp is for 3-bed, 2-bath. They didn't send the comp, but they're saying that we would have to add a bedroom and are asking $145K for this fire damaged property. And it's fire damaged upstairs. So what I would need is some more photos, because it's possible to, pop the top, redo the upstairs, keep the bottom. But yeah, I'm gonna reply to that one and say, what can reply here? Hey Ron, thank you for sending over these deals. Do you have photos upstairs and downstairs for the property? Oops, I just spelled something wrong. I'm gonna fix it, y'all. Don't come for me. I'm just typing fast. We're gonna fix it. All right. And we're gonna keep that right there because I might have a question about this property. So let's take a look at this one. I don't want to look at this till I see what's actually going on. I don't waste time. If they don't have pictures, we can sit here and go back and forth about value and repair costs all day. I just want to look at it, lay my eyeballs on it so I know exactly what we're doing. So I'm going to leave that one to be determined at a later time. This one looks good. Let's see here. So this sold for $200,000 back in September. How much are they asking for this? They're asking 235, and they feel like we can get about 375 to 425K. Please do your own due diligence. That means they don't know what to offer on this property, and they don't have any photos. They do not have any photos. So I don't know who this is, but they're not doing a good job of wholesaling or whatever the case may be, because they don't provide any photos. You know, the other guy, he had photos for every listing. I wasn't interested in the other ones just yet. I have to look in that area. We'll do that after we finish this. I'll go back and look at it. But do you have photos? Photos for it should already be pasted actually. All right. So we are going to send him a message, because I don't know what he's thinking. I can't do nothing with that. And I forgot to put on my mic, y'all. I hope y'all can hear me. I just realized I do not have my microphone on. All right. Like I said, I've been working, y'all, working tirelessly on this real estate, because it's something that I believe in wholeheartedly. It's something that I'm committed to. It's something that, you know, I feel like I can make change with. Sorry, I'm just trying to respond back to these individuals real quick. Oh yeah, he was a message. Hey, sent you an email. All right, now let's take a look. Go back to this other property. All right, Nicholas. So you gave me properties in 30318, a whole bunch of them, which means they're probably not selling good over there, but I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm really ever wrong. Let me stop for y'all. Cover me. All right. I wish we could do it in the last couple months. You know what? It's all right. We're just going to go by address. Oops. We're going to go by address here. 11 Johnson and 12 Johnson. I was trying to buy those. I was trying to sell those. I mean, I was trying to buy those, and they never texted me back. So I'm not going to concern myself with that. They never responded to my text messages. So that's not my concern anymore. They don't want to sell. They don't want to sell. I'm not going to force anyone to sell to me. Maybe it was the offer price. They didn't come back with a counter. So they obviously, you know, feel like they're going to get what they're asking for. They've been sitting on it for a while, and it's fire damage. But I digress, guys. I digress. All right, this needs, it looks like a full job here. Estimated at $362,000. They do have a mortgage, and you know, looks like it was a 30-year mortgage. It was someone trying to buy a home to live in, and they obviously did not live in it or something. I don't know why they got a traditional mortgage for an investment property, if that's the case. We're going to take a look at it and see if I'm tripping. It's right by Major Road. I think he did say he had pictures too. Where is it? Let's look at them here. I keep forgetting he has photos, guys. He has the photos. He's doing it right. I don't know about the prices. The price ain't right. I don't know who told him, but the prices was good. But while we're waiting for that, I do want to see what the comps are like in the area last 3 months in the neighborhood as close as possible. I see 319. Is that the only one? Okay. Now, this is a lot older. It's a lot older. It's in a different neighborhood. See, that's over there. This is over here. 319. And then this is the subject property. So it's literally across the road here, which is a totally different neighborhood, might I add. But essentially, they're close enough by to say it's safe to say that it's a good ARV, but the lot size is way bigger. So yeah, way bigger lot, as you can see here. Way bigger lot. Let's take a look at it. See what these pictures are looking like. Another looks fire damaged as well. Here we go. Okay, while we wait for the pictures to load, let's take a look at this. Compare it to the subject property. This looks like it needed work too. They only have 10% equity in here. How much did they buy it for? $319, 2024. But yeah, that was a retail buyer. So this was rehabbed, but the person purchased it at $150. And they bought it at $140. So basically it was a double close. Somebody bought it for $140 and resold it for $150. And then they rehabbed it and sold it for $319,000. And it is 1,100 square feet. Now, this is bigger square footage, smaller lot. Way more work is needed. And they are asking for $160. It's not happening. It's not happening at all. It's way smaller. Way smaller lot. And it's way too much work. Basically another tear down. Yeah, he doesn't. Whoever these people are, they are Delulu, and they think you're gonna be able to save the property. But guess what? These are most likely investors who thought they were going to save the property, and it was way too much for them. And now they're trying to sell it to somebody else to be their headache. Absolutely not. We're not taking on those headaches. Now, this would be a good seller finance or sub two. Really, they're not 50% equity or more, so it would be a good sub two. And then maybe a seller carryback on some of it. But honestly, they just need to bring down the price because it's not worth what they're asking for. It just looks terrible. Like, what is that? What exactly what kind of camera did y'all use? It's like they took an old camera out the house and started taking pictures. No lighting, no nothing. Oops. This looks terrible. And what happened to this property? Fire damage, but it can be restored. Who told him this could be restored? Like, that's what I want to know. Where did the restoration come in at? Because who wants to save this property? I don't know. My internet is going slow, guys. But as y'all see, this is the type of deals people are sending me. And as a wholesaler myself, mind you, I am a new wholesaler. I've been doing dispositions for about a week for this company, a week or two. But I've been selling properties, and I've been having to tell my acquisitions team to fix their pricing as well. So I feel like I'm really good at analyzing deals. Not every investor wants to take on the headache of trying to rehab this. They just want to knock it down, keep it pushing. There's no telling what other damage has been done that was not seen. Just sell the land and account for demolition costs because they don't want to demolish it. They don't want to put no more money into it. So, yeah, it's looking like a no deal. Yeah. That's really it, guys. There's really no reason to keep on with these shenanigans because these houses are obviously, most of them are fire damaged. Fire damaged for rehab. Yeah. Let's see if we got a response. Yeah, guys. So I just want all the wholesalers, and this is really another part of my mission. I want to help other wholesalers and investors to better evaluate their properties. Like, don't go off of the first house that you see in the 5 mile radius and say, oh, okay, that's a comp. That's not how comps work. It has to be comparable in neighborhood, square footage, surrounding amenities in the neighborhood. It has to be the ARV is based off of proximity to certain things. So I just want to make sure everyone out here is valuing their properties correctly and keeping in mind that just because this was your family home or just because you spent much you spent on it doesn't mean that you can sell it for whatever you want. And that's why a lot of people are sitting on these vacant properties because they won't sell it for what it's worth. They won't. And then eventually they, end up getting a takeaway by the state or the county because they don't, they go and have code violations that they don't want to fix or not behind on their taxes because they don't want to pay on the property anymore. So I just want homeowners, investors, wholesalers, whoever out there is trying to sell these properties that need work. Someone definitely wants the property, but no one's willing to pay more than it's worth, especially right now in this economy. It's just not, it's not giving that, especially when it causes for you to have to demolish something, rebuild, hold on it, because now it's a longer hold time. But my rant is over, guys. I digress. It's just very frustrating when you're trying to be out here and do deals and people are just uneducated on what it takes to get a deal done. Like, we should be working together here to make things happen. And I'm not talking about myself and wholesalers, but I'm talking about wholesalers and their sellers, or sellers and their agents. Even some agents are afraid to tell the homeowners, hey, you're asking for way too much. And then the agents look crazy having a property sitting on MLS for 2,000 days. But yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Um, I'm tired. I will tell y'all what the next video will be about, but I don't even know. I know it's going to be, still related to me finding deals and areas I'm looking for. It just has to make sense for me as a wholesaler because I'm essentially flipping the property. And not every property is for a flipper. But we'll get into that. Another story for another day. Comment down below anything you want to know, any questions. If this helped you at all, please make sure you like and you share with someone. And make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any more videos like this. I'm just taking y'all along for the ride with me. It's not going to be perfect because I'm not perfect. I'm new to this. And we're going to make this happen one way or another. We're going to bump our heads. We're going to go through, trials and tribulations. But ultimately, our consistency is going to get us to multiple closings and bigger deals. And then eventually we'll be able to start buying our own properties. Okay, that is the goal. I will see y'all later. Thank you. Bye.